Well, looks like we're off to the dealership. Should be a little fun. 12K service. I don't want to do it. It's too freaking cold. It's 9 degrees. Let the dealer do it. Well, after about a 15-minute drive, I'm at the dealership. Well, anyways, we're at Max BMW. That's where I bought my BMW. Love this dealership. Probably one of my favorite motorcycle dealerships. Well, gonna get the bike offloaded and get the 12K done. Yeah, I've been kind of bored lately with this whole quarantine thing, but I do have an update for you guys. Got the bike pretty much finished up. Got all the things that I need to get powder coated, and I did a few extra things just on the tank just to make it a little bit of custom, but I think we should probably just go take a look at it and just get on with the video. What's going on, Mia? I'm gonna go outside. I gotta show these guys what we did to the bike, okay? Sorry for the mess. I do live alone. Yeah, next project. It's almost done. Oh yes. So what we did was we took these guys off. We got them powder coated. We actually went white. I think it's a nice look. So I originally got these things powder coated and they were kind of just too shiny. I'm not sure if it shows up on the camera, but what I did was I just roughed up the powder coating and went down to the hardware store and got some spray and bed liner and just kind of scuffed them up and just hit them up real quick and gave it like a flat kind of like rough texture. It looks kind of good. We did straighten out the skid plate. All it took was a mallet, believe it or not. I mean, it's aluminum, so it does bend down pretty easily. We did powder coat these, but like I said, we went with shiny. I'm not sure if I like the shininess, so I might just scuff them up. And the custom part that I did was, oh yeah. So, Mad Magazine, Spy vs. Spy. So basically what I did was I went on Google, found a few images that I liked, went down to my place that does wrapping and all that. They basically can print out anything, and had that made. So what we did too is we put a 3M protector pretty much right here, just to prevent it from scratching. We just did an F11 over this thing. I don't really want to do the whole ceramic coating thing. I'm just not used to it and don't really want to deal with it. Did the little trap door. Came out really good. But yeah, gave the bike a really nice look. I like it. Cleaned up the front end. Got my shorty windscreen on. And last night I actually went through all these bar risers right here. So I first ordered those. Bars were just too high. And then I was like, well, what happens if I just take the height, and then I kicked them back and I still just didn't like them, and I actually just went back to how the bars are. So when I ordered these bars, I actually went with the 15-degree bend instead of the 19. The 19 is more of your traditional BMW bend. I do like them a little bit more straight. Just gets my elbows out a little bit more and gets me to prop up on the bike a little bit forward instead of being straight up and down. The only con to that though is if I go on like a really long ride, I'm gonna be more fully extended on the arms, which is just not a relaxed position, but I can kind of deal with it just by taking one hand off the bar, which is not really right. The major issue that I had is trying to get these bash guards, hand guards, pretty much to clear everything. So I got them to clear everything. I got them to clear the GPS, but what I need to do is, what I did was I actually took out the 2 bolts right now, and I actually just rotated this bar up a little bit more, and it clears everything. So the issue that I have now is I only have 2 bolts holding this thing in, so eventually the vibration will just make it kind of go down again. So what I need to really honestly do is I need to either overlize the holes a little bit more, or take this guard off, weld the 2 holes up, put it back in, find my new position, re-drill out the new holes, and I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna be taking this guy off. I think I'm gonna end up going with a clear one now. The reason why is I did take it off, and I did look at the headlight, but it does have a couple marks on it, you know, from the sand and all that. So I think I'm just gonna take it off and go with a clear one this time around. But got the 12K service done. I think the next thing I want to do is, I'm not a fan of the aftermarket exhaust on this bike because I just think they just sound like crap anyways. So I'd rather just keep the bike quiet anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is I might just end up painting that guy and painting him more of a black. And that's going to be pretty much it. I'm doing some research right now. I might want to try a 21-inch front wheel, but at the same time, I mean, the bike's really not, you know, it's not a dirt bike, so, and it's really freaking heavy. So I think even going with a 21, I mean, yeah, it'll be fun, but is it worth the expense to do it? If anything, what I like to do is I like to order 2 new wheels, get these ones redone again, put my street tires on this guy right here, order my set. Still a 17 and 19 from Woody's Woods, but get the rear more narrowed and get the front more narrowed, because what I noticed on the older GS is they definitely hook up better in the rough. Because right now I think I got a 170. You can go down to a 150 on the other GS. So that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to narrow up these wheels. That way, because the bike is so heavy, if you go with more of a narrower profile, it'll just dig down faster and get you more traction at an earlier time. So these bikes tend to float a little bit more until they actually sink down. So I kind of just want to go with more of a narrower setup, but that way I actually have 2 wheels, because I do go to the track. And plus, I mean, riding this bike with street tires is actually pretty fun. I mean, the knobbies are nice, they kind of look cool, but you know, if you keep riding it on the road, I mean, eventually it just gets kind of annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much my new setup, guys. Hopefully it gives you guys some ideas. Other things that I'm looking at right now, I might want to try out a rally seat. It will actually go back, you know, the rally seat, but I haven't really done a lot of research on it just to see if it's comfortable or not. The other thing is I am going to be painting this guy right here. I just have to do a little bit more research on it just to see what I can do to make it hold up a little bit better, but just to give you guys a few things, all right? So that's it. Enjoy.